Yes, indeed, Yuna is 17, as is Titus. Which leads me on to a Dansg08 lore video about Final Fantasy X that I'm hoping you guys have all seen, but if you haven't, it's about the original concept for this game. So there's I made a series of videos about Ultimania secrets of Final Fantasy X, and that was one of them. So the original concept name for this game was 17, and Titus and Yuna are both, obviously they're 17 in the game, and I think the premise was basically that there's this sort of kind of illness or this thing going on in the world that kills everyone when they reach the age of 17, and that's kind of the setting off point of the game. And so if you find that kind of stuff interesting, search for Dansg08 Ultimania Secrets, something like that, and you should be able to find the videos about that. It's definitely really cool stuff. Highly recommend. But we're back with Sid.
Reno, we reach 1 minute.
Where's Yuna? I said, where is she? Answer me, damn you!
I mean, that's some strength. He just lifts him up like that. Sheesh.
What do you do when you find her, eh?
Yeah, I did find the 1 minute
I
amusing.
didn't know anything about what a summoner is supposed to do. And I told her all
Overpowering the
those
dads.
things without even knowing. I've got to tell her. I'm sorry.
That's it? You're gonna tell her you're sorry.
The Sid emoji just kills me.
And then you just drag her to Zanarkand and make her fight Sheen, huh?
Sheen.
You're all the same. Let the summoner die so we can live in peace.
Sheesh.
No!
No! This interaction is just funny.
Words.
Show me action.
I'm telling you, she won't die.
Boy, don't forget those words. 'Cause if you do...
Because if you do, Sid emoji.
I'm gonna make you regret it.
I won't. So you know where she is?
Of course not.
Of course not. That's why we're gonna look.
Love this guy.
Using this airship.
He's too funny.
Airship?
Yeah, he's got to be one of the best Sids. Come on, man.
Even making 1,000 years, Ujantia.
Great FMV here as well. Man, the FMVs of this game is so cool. They still hold up to this day.
It's Jack.
Yeah, time for those happy festival fireworks. The second best Sid after Sidolphus. I think that's a strong take.
Helga Dreed.
Yeah, poor brother in 10-2, man. I always found this interesting. Like, this really transcends religion.
Kanae,
「
Kutamae.
「 」 . What's going on?
We're gonna blow up our home. How?
With one of the forbidden machina.
He's almost proud of saying that, obviously. But yeah, I do like the fact that the hymn does almost transcend religion, basically. So it humanizes the Al Bhed with the hymn. I definitely agree with that. I think that's a good way to put it. But yeah, getting to hear the hymn of the faith sung by like a professional choir at Distant Worlds was just surreal. It's so nice. Just an incredible, simple, great piece of music that furthers why Final Fantasy X has one of the best soundtracks in the entire series. Do we know what the words actually mean in the song? Yes, we do. I forgot exactly, but it's like kind of like sleep, child of prayer, praising you, Yevon, something like that. So it can be Googled. Someone can share it in the chat. That's the thing about Machina, they can be built anew, you see.
Hey, look.
Here we go.
Don't get so down. Boom! Like happy festival.
See that? He's
fireworks, huh?
stupid. That Walker's
You can
stupid.
cram your happy festival, you big meanie.
Oh man. Hey Kane, thanks for joining us. Hope you're having a good day at the office. But yes, I have seen Distant Worlds. I've been lucky enough to see it, I think 4 times now. And yeah, you guys need to sing along with Indubitable Wordsmith. Don't leave him hanging. But yeah, if anyone can Google the lyrics of the Hymn of the Faith, I think it'd be a cool one to post in the chat. It's pretty short anyway, it should fit. If not, it might be 2 parts. But there we go, we made it onto the airship. Yeah, I mean, Josh, if you want to continue the rest of the song yourself, you're more than welcome to do that as well. Okay, now. This is the part of the game where I always kind of forget what the order of events is to progress things, like who do you talk to, where do you go to, all that kind of stuff. So I'll just kind of randomly just do stuff, and we'll see what progresses it. Okay, Mr. Concentrating, you do that.
Did you find out anything about Yuna?
I'm looking into it, okay? Don't worry, I'm using a sphere finder. If she's out there, we'll get her.
A sphere finder?
It's an ancient machina. I don't know how it works either, so don't ask me, okay?
And you still use it?
I don't even rightly know how this ring flies either.
Walker's reaction.
Because of the Yevon taboo on machina, we're running around in the dark here. Ain't it a rush, kiddos?
He's great.
We're powerless as long as we're on this ship. We're powerless.
Just one line.
I can't believe we're flying through the sky in this. A machina.
His voice there is brilliant.
Remember this ship? It's the one we found under the sea.
Yeah, I love that. Great connection back to that.
Whether Yuna's safe or not, there's trouble brewing. Whether Yuna's safe.
Okay. So, I think we have to kind of go far enough, talk to certain people or something, and then we go back to the bridge, and then some scenes happen. So you don't need to kind of walk me through it. We'll just generally just stroll around, chat to some people, and I'm sure we'll trigger the next event eventually.
Kimari never forget the Al Bhed sacrifice.
We owe our lives to the Al Bhed. However, no matter how they beg, we cannot quit our pilgrimage.
Even though you'll die?
I've known since I was a child. My will is set. If I do not do it, someone else must, you understand.
So I saw some chat about like if Tidus only just asked Yuna what happened to her father, then we'd already know. And I agree, like in terms of the actual universe and the story and stuff, it seems very unlikely by that point he wouldn't have asked some kind of questions or been exposed to something that would have basically made it very clear to him what's happening. But I can only imagine that obviously he knows that her father's died, and also that he defeated Sin. I feel like it's not that unlikely to put 2 and 2 together and kind of assume that he died while fighting Sin, even though he was victorious in the end. So I think he could probably just pass it off as, you know, clearly Sin is this incredibly powerful entity that is not particularly easy to defeat, so maybe he kind of died trying and was still successful and brought the calm and stuff like that. So just the fact that her father died, you know, and defeated Sin, I don't think it necessarily means automatically they sacrifice himself. So I can give him that.
Well, well. It appears you too have escaped harm.
You were on the ship too?
I came to home to pick up some goods and found myself here. Quite the escape. Thankfully, my goods were spared. Please let me know if you need any of my wares.
Yeah, exactly. And it's not the type of conversation that you would have, but I mean, they've already had some pretty significant conversations about Tidus's father and that kind of thing. So I feel like, you know, the odds of her speaking about her father and using a line like, you know, he died defeating Sin or something along those lines, I feel like they're just enough. The fact that summoners sacrifice their lives to defeat Sin is just such an integral part of how this world works that being in that world for any length of time, it feels like your chances of hearing that kind of outright and finding that out is pretty damn high. But like I say, it's the kind of thing that I've never really put much thought into it or thought it was a weakness of the storytelling or anything like that. So for me, it's all good, but it's an interesting discussion still.
Thank you. Your patronage is very much appreciated. All proceeds will go to help restore home.
Oh damn, Joe in the chat.
May I help?
Good to see you, sir. It's been a long time. Doesn't he... I think he sells remedies later, right? Because I seem to remember that... I think it was him that sells remedies. But I don't know. We've got a lot of girl, by the way. Damn. Yeah, I think we're fairly stocked up. I'm just going to buy a little batch of everything. Help support the Albed home efforts as well.
Thank you. Your patronage is very...
High summoners don't die, they're part of a secret society pulling Yevon strings from the shadows. Yeah, I mean... Can like any of the... can any of the summoners kind of die but then also be unsent? And they kind of continue on as unsent? Why can't summoners do that? Why can't they just decide, no, I'm not going to die, I'm just going to be an unsent. Just chill like that.
Look, I'm really tired. Leave me.
Fine.
If it's not an emergency, would you mind leaving?
Okay, I already said fine. Maybe not.
Okay.
Wait. There's something I want to ask you. What would you think if I said I was giving up my pilgrimage?
See you later, Elliot. Take care. So, what do we say? Sure, sounds good to me. Who cares? I think she kind of deserves a bit of a who cares. She's been very mean to us. We have a who cares and be supportive. Who cares?
Show some sympathy.
Oh, like all the sympathy you showed me first time we met.
You're right. Quitting now would be sort of anticlimactic, no? Tell Yuna something, would you? Tell her she still has a rival. Me. Tell her she'd better do her best or be bested. You'll tell her, won't you?
Won't you? I did fight the urge to laugh during the serious scene where someone was like, Bartello's still running around in Macalania Forest. That cracked me up. I was just imagining him just running around, just bellowing, Donna! In Macalania while all this is ongoing. That's hilarious. This should have unlocked an optional Donna fight. I totally agree. That's a good take. Yeah, like a Belgamine style one like later in the game. I think that would have been really nice. Like, you fight Isaru, you fight Belgemine, you should have fought her too. But yeah, at the end of the day, there's some chat about, like, you know, summoners, they've already accepted death, they know the rituals, blah, blah. I get all of that stuff, but it's like, so? At the end of the day, it's like, it seems like you die, and then they could just kind of change their mind. They could be like, I'm sure summoners, after a time, they understand that there's a cycle of the calm. Like, the calm doesn't last forever. And surely there's got to be one summoner that could pop out and say, you know what? I'm going to try and bring about the calm, but then I kind of want to see what happens afterwards. I don't want to die. So I'll sacrifice my life to give the calm, but I'll kind of also allow myself to become an unsent to, I don't know, maybe just fight Sin again someday, or whatever the hell. Like, I feel like the odds of just one summoner having a different approach
Yuna,
could be interesting.
Then what? You want to keep her safe, correct? Would you seek to stop her pilgrimage?
Exactly.
Course.
Yeah, Yunalesca's unsent.
If she continues this fool pilgrimage, she will die. Sure as if you killed her yourself.
So yeah, good point about
No
Yunalesca.
harebrained law or teaching could send my little niece to her death. When I save her, I'll make her give up being a summoner quicker than a desert melts ice.
Even against her will?
Better than a dog's death. And I'll take down anyone who don't agree.
You are the captain.
Good. Then it's settled.
But yeah, so at this point, Yunalesca's basically the only summoner who defeated Sin who decided to stick around as an unsent. So in Spira's history, she's the first and the only one, so I'm just like, well, couldn't there have been more? Just interesting to think about. Belgemine is unsent, but she never defeated Sin. I'm talking about ones that basically sacrificed their lives to defeat Sin, but then stuck around to be unsent afterwards. The idea that in 1,000 years, Yunalesca's the only one that's done that is kind of interesting. Right, from here I think maybe we talk to Brother, and he finds her.
Vitran! For Yuna!
Frana!
Effing Krufri! Yuna!
Yunalesca didn't decide her father wanted to keep the cycle going. I'm not sure about that. Like, I don't know. Maybe there wasn't anyone to send Yunalesca, or maybe... Surely her will is
Where was that?
what matters there, no?
The palace of St. Bevelle, heart of Yevon.
Gramps, let's move!
Easy, kiddo. Bevelle's defenses are top-notch.
What's the matter, Gramps? You scared? Yuna's there, so we go and get her! And that's all!
You got guts? God, Louis, could you Bevelle? Fim, kabat, iret!
Nunca!
Yeah, I mean, Sid is probably like
It'll take a while
mid
to
to
get
late
to Bevelle.
30s. He is basically a Gramps in the Final Fantasy
Meanwhile,
world.
We prepare for battle!
Right.
They grabbed Yuna back in the Sanubia Desert. One of the Guado squads that attacked home found her.
What's Seymour doing alive? Didn't we take care of him in Macalania?
He is dead as Jiskel was. His attachment to this world kept him from the next.
Whoa, scary.
Yuna must be trying to send him.
Wonder if that'll work.
Perhaps he won't expect it.
Right, so Evrae beckons. As Auron gets more MP, which is very welcome. And he's going to get 2 more agility nodes. Holy shit, he might just end up having the best agility of any... Actually, no, Tidus, sorry, he's very quick. But he could beat Riku by the time they get to the end of their grids. Like, he's got potential. 3 here, there's another 7, that's 33. And he's still got at least 1 more, so... Yeah, his agility is crazy. Can an unsent summoner even perform ascending? Good question. I have to... I don't know. We don't see it ever happen in the game, right? So I think we can only speculate. If they can summon still, which they can, then I assume that they can send. Okay.
We're being attacked from within. Some of the Guado that attacked home must have snuck on board.
You're awfully calm about it.
I love that line.
I am calm about most things.
Fiends, there's nothing to do but...
But destroy the ship and all go down together.
Huh?
You gotta learn a little restraint, Pops.
This is another funny Sid expression here. It's another like emoji worth.
We can't go rescue Uni. Leave the fiends to us professionals.
Yeah, let's go.
Thanks.
Riku, you've made some very good
Oh yes,
friends.
elderly Rin here.
Good luck.
This bit here, he just, to me, it was just he suddenly ages 50 years at that moment. But yes, you're awfully calm about it. It's one of my favourite Sid lines. Can they send without sending themselves is the question. I have to assume, if they can send, I would assume yes, because I think it's kind of clear that there is some level of willpower and some ability to resist sending, and it's the will of the person sending versus the will of the dead and all that kind of stuff. So my guess would be yes, because obviously a summoner would, an unsent summoner would not be trying to send themselves, so they can probably navigate that whole situation. That would be my guess. But I don't know. So yeah, we see stuff like when obviously Auron tries to send Jiskel and stuff, like Auron basically resists. I think it's almost like you have to really focus and target like the general room or like a specific person or wherever you might be, I have to assume. So since we've seen people literally resist it, there must be some back and forth. Alright. So what happens now? Yes, the red carpet has teeth.
Now there's a rare sight.
Whoa, that's huge!
What is that?
The guardian worm, Evrae. The great sacred beast, protector of Bevelle.
The red carpet has teeth.
Wait, that means we're close to Bevelle.
Riku, you read me! We're gonna fight that thing! Get on deck and show him what you got! Go!
There he goes again.
The ferryman asks a high price.
Two great quotes in the space of like a minute. Alrighty, who are we facing Evrae with? Now, I seem to remember Evrae was not immune to darkness. But I don't think Dark Touch is probably not enough. So I don't think there's any statuses we can really use here that could work. So I'm not sure we have too much that can help. You would think he's immune to death. I would assume so, but we don't know. Poison Ward is probably going to help here. Yeah, Darkness, but you need Strike. Yeah, that sounds about right to me. Yeah, it depends how much we want to use the airship to maneuver around and stuff. We might never be hit with Poison Breath. I'm not sure how I'm going to fight it at the moment. We'll just see. Let's just get out there. But I want to generally prep first. We do have Albed potions that are usable. Wow, he still doesn't have any weapons? Sheesh. Yeah, Dark Touch is not going to be enough. Yeah, basically Poison and Petrification are two main things, but we don't really have them, so there's not too much we can do here. He has it, that's good. Okay. Right, gonna save. We'll just go in and we'll see what happens. If we end up failing, then we'll make some adjustments. Yeah, to be fair, I was thinking the same thing. He literally doesn't have any weapons, and so maybe at least buying him one is probably a good idea. We've got a lot of money too, so I think I will buy something for him. I don't really need to customize too much right now. Like we could, again, like we could evade encounter and stuff, but I want to reserve it for a good
Open
weapon.
the hatch. We fight.
But first,
Evrae is truly mighty. Be well prepared.
we gotta pay. But yeah, we'll buy him one as a spare as well. Okay.
We gotta pay? If we lose, you'll die too, buddy.
That deserves a waka
I
emoji.
have faith in your victory.
Gee, thanks.
Yeah, that's a waka glare moment right there. Okay. So I think we should be all right. Basically, I think as long as we avoid the poison breath, and even if we don't, as long as we've got enough HP and Waka can get a turn afterwards, I think we should be fine. Let's go. Microtransactions. Right, let's do it. Can you use Demi on Evrae? We're going to find out the answer to all of these questions soon. But yeah, very intimidating boss. Who else quotes this game in their everyday lives too? Raise his hand.
We gotta keep our distance, boys, but we can't let her get too far away. Y'all have to tell me when to move.
But as always, when it comes to this stuff,
This rig ain't so nimble, you hear?
Roger, I'll give the commands.
wait, let's just...
Not alone, you won't.
Part of the fun and suspense is kind of not knowing what it's immune to and what it isn't sometimes, so don't bother kind of going into the wiki, finding out all the immunities and just posting them back to back. It's kind of more fun to just test some things and just see how it works. So we'll see. But yeah, this was definitely a boss that gave a lot of us a hard time in our earlier playthroughs and even sometimes subsequent playthroughs. So let's see how we do. But yeah, it seems like chat has already basically said that he's immune to Demi, but it won't stop me at least giving it a go. Let's see. Just want to see what kind of tools we have at our disposal here, just so I remember. Halves elementals. We do have flare, but it's relatively low damage. Maybe we'll save it for like the final phase. Yeah, I do have reflect, and I do have auto light technically. Can be slowed. It's a bit overkill to use slow Gur, but pretty sure that works. So that already buys us a lot of time here. Let's try death. I'm pretty sure it won't work, but we have to try. There you go. Okay, so if anyone curious, yes, immune to that. Let's try some mental break. We can chill for now. I mean, slow makes a big difference in this fight. Yeah, mental break has happened. I forgot if anyone had haste or haster. Honestly, I don't think so. Just use Phoenix down. Not yet. Not yet. But yeah, I don't think anyone has haste yet. Yeah. So I'm just making sure I check everything here. Yuna had haste. Yeah, okay, it was Yuna. Good call. Fine. Let's check out Demi as well. Nope. Okay, just to confirm that one as well. We'll save the overdrives in case things get really manic once it goes into haste. Okay. Since it halves elementals, maybe Drain does better. Let's just see. I mean, we're chilling. We've got plenty of time here. 1,000. That's not bad. That's not bad. This is asleep. Oh, I made a mistake here. I was supposed to change it to that. Does he become immune to slow after he hastes himself? I don't think he becomes immune. I think he just recasts haste or something. No? So we can cast reflect on it if we want. Oof. That's serious. I'll wait for Stone Gaze first and then I'll heal. And then I'll potentially do like auto life and stuff. Yeah, he keeps recasting haste, so yeah, we could definitely reflect that later. So I'm not gonna use Sid for now. Let's get Tidus in with a flare. I'm kind of curious. It did 1,900 to be fair last time, but there's just massive delay, so I'm not sure if it's too worth it. Nah, I'd rather just use something like Drain. I think it's just better damage. And it's quicker. Every Altan is undead. Yes, it is. Just use now bed potion. Does zombie attack work on this Evrae? That's a good question. I don't know. Carithian might be able to tell us. Our bed potions being OP. There we go. Yeah. We're okay. He's immune to zombie. There you go. Two criticals there from Auron already. That's beastly. I kind of want some shells just in case things really get a bit crazy. Well, let's do that first. And then we'll stop using magic. Yeah, I think we're generally doing enough damage that we should be okay. Yeah, Auron is definitely a beast. Hey, Psych, welcome to the stream. Glad you could join us. So this is just to kind of limit the pain a little bit. So I'm deliberately going to take the hit here just so I can keep attacking physically. I think I'll be okay. I've got Albed potions and stuff. I'm just going to wait. I'm not going to bring it under the threshold where it casts haste. Until, well, then again, I don't think it really matters, does it? Once Reflect's on there, it's not going to matter. So I think we should be fine either way. So I think we're good. Yeah, maybe Kimari should take over that position. I'm just going to wait. There it comes. Yeah, Titus's damage is definitely pitiful here. We'll swap in for Kimari. Alright. So now is where the fight obviously is going to get... normally it's supposed to get more interesting, but he's not going to be able to use haste on himself, so no. There we go. No poison issues either. Right, let's bring it below the threshold now, and haste will start to come in, but it's going to be in for a rude awakening here. Hopefully if this works properly. Boing. Thank you very much. We'll take that. Poor thing. And well, Reflect doesn't wear off in this game. But does it hit Kimari every time, or... So it's countering. Every move I'm doing here, it will counter with haste. And it seems to hit Kimari. It was 3 times. I don't know if that's RNG, or it always seems to hit the person to its left. Let's see. Anyone else? No. Okay, there you go. Just speeding up its own death. There we go. Game over for Evrae. And this is what I mean. This is like, again, when I talk about like the more like modern action themed Final Fantasies, like the fact that you just can't do shit like this, like that's I love this stuff so much. It makes such a difference to the playthrough. All of these kind of buffs and effects and statuses and all this stuff that you can manipulate. Like this is part of what makes these games so enjoyable for me. So I feel like even the really good, like modern, more action-based Final Fantasies, they just lose something when you can't do this stuff anymore. Oh, well that's interesting. I forgot that it finally actually got a turn. I think so that Waka... I think he doesn't get experience points if he's petrified. So... But yeah, the whole Reflect thing in general, yeah, you wouldn't... It's unlikely you'd probably have it at this point. And so it's not like a regular strat for it, but... I was just being general. Yeah, I could have... What is the overkill value for Evrae? Was it even possible for me? I'm not sure how much damage I needed for that. Crude! It's like you're saying some version of crud. Okay, Wedding Crashes, let's go. Ah, 2000, that's not bad. I could have definitely got an overkill. That's my bad. I should have used an overdrive for it. What would I have got? Eh, that's fine. Is that stone walled or stone proof? Can it give a stone proof? If it can, that would be kind of nice to have. Okay, here we go. Enjoy. Again, it's another of those FMVs that just looks so good for its time. Crazy guys, even with Lulu MIA. Yeah, it's a great scene. It's a great moment of the game. Brilliant. How old is Seymour? Isn't he like 28 or something? Yeah, I do think the wedding dress is very cool. I do remember commenting on it in the LP all those years ago, like asking what do people think of it, and people generally seem to be fans. Yeah, I think he's 28. Not 100% sure. But 27, 28, something like that. as the fireflies rain down. Yeah, Seymour is 28 apparently. Most people in chat said 28, so I'll go with that. Yeah, Spira has different rules to what we have here. Sometimes fortunately maybe, sometimes unfortunately. Go. But yeah, I love that they wanted this scene in this way so badly that when someone asked the question, but what about Lulu, they were just like, you know what, forget her, it's fine, it looks cool, it's badass, we'll just leave it up to the imagination how she got down there, it's okay. But yeah, Kimari. Yeah, okay, yeah. It's true. Kimari carries her, that's it. I wasn't looking at I was actually looking at the chat during that time, but yes. That's something I remember. I think it was on a different... It was either a different stream or like a different video or something. I do remember mentioning that, I think, in the past. But it's definitely something I didn't notice the first time, or probably even the second, third, or fourth time. I was just like, where the hell is she in that scene? There's so much going on there that it's very easy to miss that. Okay, so here, in general, we should be okay, but if we don't have any fire protection, that might be a bit of a problem. But yeah, I'm glad that it was news to a lot of people that that Kimari is holding her. Right, let's see this reward that we got. This track is brilliant, by the way. Stonewall, damn it. Full Metal, thank you for the gift, and Nev, enjoy the gift. So, SOS Nullblaze, we'll have some of that. I think Stone Touch still probably works. Yeah, never drop Stone Proof, that's a shame. It's a bit too early in the game still, I guess, for that. Most of that is useless. This is where like evade and counter really starts to come into its own, but... yeah, it's a shame counterattack doesn't work so well for Tidus because it's just so weak. Okay, let's see. Get this show on the road. Ah, we carry over the MP as well. I forgot about that. You don't get your MP like automatically replenished here. Fine. Okay. Let's begin. You can see the agility though. Like in general, I think the party's agility is pretty good. Like the average. It's nice. Still think Tidus isn't strong enough to take out with like level 3 spells and that kind of thing. It would have to be a flare. So we'll reserve that type of stuff. As James comes in with 5 more gifted memberships.
What next?
Thank you so much. Right, I think Thundara would be close to getting the job done. Congratulations to everyone who picked up memberships. That was a clutch critical there. Very nice. Eight, 4, 7. Okay. Let's go for that. Finish it off. Nice. So, Karifin, is it also the same thing in this, against these guys? The whole thing about, I think there was this trivia about, I think the guns of these guards count as like an extra enemy, so if you have like Slayer Overdrive mode, they count as double when you kill them, so you get like a double charge or something like that. There's some weird thing about their guns. The fear of dying on this bridge before getting to the temple safe sphere kept me up at night. Yeah, especially in challenge runs, like this is an intimidating place. So yeah, that's some trivia for you guys. I'm sure I think it's in the 20, maybe it's in the 20 things. You might not know video from years ago. But yeah, it's a little trivia piece about these guys. Right, I think we can continue on. No problem so far. Will you do leveling at the high bridge? No, we're doing very well at the moment. My general philosophy from the beginning has been to just play it straight through and not take any specific time to grind. So hopefully we'll be fine. Now, this time, maybe Waltiger's a good idea. Let's see how much we can do. Oof, still so weak. Like, he has really nice spells, but his stat is so bad that it's a bit of a shame. Just thinking, what's the best way to do this? Like, Lulu's obviously got the much stronger magic, but she just doesn't have the elementals that are helpful here. Yeah, I know about Cotillion and her never-ending relationship with the High Bridge. But yeah, I don't think there's too much else I can do at the moment. I think I'm better off at least killing one of these guys. I don't want both of them smacking me with the fire. Yeah, definitely, like, challenge runs are where this section gets really tense. So we'll focus on this guy and make sure we take him out. And Waka already has the Null Blaze, so he's good. 5, 5, 7. Would this still be enough? Probably. Yep. Okay. Riku's Overdrive is a lifesaver in low levels, so utility is very huge. Yeah, 100%. That's why so many challenges rely so heavily on Riku. And then if you do a challenge run and you do a no Riku version of it, then it becomes like extra crazy. Tanya, see you next time. Thanks for joining us. Just love this theme. One of the more underrated ones in the game, I feel. Anytime they override the normal battle moves with something else, it's so epic. I totally agree. Usually, like, they know when to do that, and they pick very good tracks for it. Okay. Keep moving. What was the decision on what to do with Kimari? Let me end that poll, just to avoid any more confusion. But yeah, I've given him some purple spheres, so he got 2 HP spheres and he got a strength sphere. So that's how he's doing at the moment. Thank you guys for voting. It was very clear. Like I say, I think from the first like 50 votes, it was already 92%, and as I always say, it barely changed after that. Tends to be how it goes. Ah, he's got Slayer. Nice. Whoops. I was looking at the chat. I autopilot, but she's pretty strong, to be fair. I was gonna say, whoa. Nice critical. at least if I accidentally just use attack with her, it ends up not being much of an accident. Remember, in this run, she's got quite a lot of strength. Lulu is a good all-rounder this time. Look at that strength. It's insane. Benji, thank you for the donation, and thank you for hanging out with us. Yeah, Lulu is the 3rd strongest character that we have. So 32 magic and 30 strength, like that's beastly. Really impressive. Awesome. Imagine getting one-hit KO'd by a Moogle. Like a Moogle toy, basically. That's insane. Don't even need ascending. No one wants to come back after that. Right. Need to get a piercing Moogle weapon. To be fair, I think so. I mean, she can mix it up. She's got very good variety. It's a shame her magic's not a tiny bit stronger.
Let's end this.
So that she could, like, get these guys in a single spell. They accepted death while they were still alive. Exactly. That split second when they realize they've been killed by... Well, they're going to be killed by a Moogle. I think that's when they've got to just let themselves move on. Benji, thank you for the gifted memberships. Appreciate it. I think she probably still does more damage like this. 729. Honestly, I think they're pretty equal at the moment. But maybe her evasion suffering a little bit more, like, because of the randomizer. Her evasion's still high, but not super high. Need to check that. I forgot what the stat was. Let's have a look. Wow, she does more damage physically than she does with a Thundara. That's really interesting. Wow. Go, Lulu. I do enjoy that Kimari is the strongest character in the Final Fantasy X-P Birdman mod post-game. Yeah, 100%. Okay. I think one more fight to go. So we're nearly there. And there you go, even more strength. Now she's the joint 2nd strongest. How far does she go with this strength? Quick hit as well, what the hell? Holy shit. It's a shame obviously it takes up MP, but hey, moving forward, if we find a way to reduce that MP cost, she could be an interestingly powerful physical hitter. I mean, she already is, but be even more. How much does the magic go up? I'm curious at this stage, her magic versus... Ah, she gets no strength boosts here, and none here. But she gets 2 magic boosts here. So I think ultimately... Oh, and then the extra strength. They're going to be very equal, the strength and the magic. Very close. Very impressive. And even more agility for Auron. Beautiful. Yeah, it's shaping up well. And for Kimari, I'm still going to hold off on any more purple spheres for now. I guess, because he's only got Demi, I think. Magic sphere's not going to help him much. Maybe I'll find like an agility sphere, because I don't have a huge amount of empty nodes. I want to keep these for later. Maybe some more HP, maybe some more strength, agility, something. So we'll hang tight for now on that. Right, almost there. Let's go.
Stay right there, Seymour.
Right. So now we can actually do a bit of this. And we've got enough MP to have a decent run at this. Yeah, we'll be able to finish this guy off before it can do anything. 1, 4, 7, 6. Maybe not, actually. Tell a lie. It's got good magic resistance. It still won't be a problem, but not quite enough here. Yeah, not quite, I think. Ooh. Okay, there you go. Just enough. But yeah, I'm still hoping with stuff like this type of content, it might encourage the Final Fantasy X modding scene even more. There's still, like, I think we've barely scratched the surface with Final Fantasy X mods. There's so much more that could be done. I still feel like it kind of needs to be, like, broken open. I don't think that's quite happened yet. There are, like, modded versions of the game and stuff, and, like, we've got the P. Birdman mod. Carithian has his own mod. There's a whole bunch of those out there, but I still feel like there's another level that's not been hit yet. With the modding scene of the game. Bye-bye. 4-digit damage. You gotta love it. Yeah, Erica is a badass indeed. She can do it all. As Auron ends things in style. Right, there we go. Yeah, there's a distinct lack of editing tools. Yeah, I guess it's so fundamental, like, the tools don't even exist, that obviously it makes everything else very difficult.
Stop.
Hey Rainbow, thanks for joining us. Glad you're enjoying it. Seymour with the extra creepy vibes. Ascending? So soon?
You would play at marriage just for a chance to send me?
I love that line, by the way.
Your resolve is admirable. All the more fitting to be my lovely one.
That's not weird.
Stop! Do you not value your friends' lives?
Or in
Your
past death.
actions determine their fate. Protect them, or throw them away. The choice is yours.
So close. Yeah, Waka could have cast Auto Life, to be honest. Would have been fine.
You are wise.
Here we go. Poor Yuna. But yeah, the wiping the kiss off and then Seymour's face afterwards and stuff, it's like... He's super creepy. Mike is like, yes, I approve of this.
Kill them.
How tall is Seymour? Seymour is pretty tall.
Sorry, but it is for Yevon.
And Yuna's fairly
Aren't
short.
those weapons forbidden by Yevon?
There is, like, officially a big difference
There
in
are
height.
exceptions.
No! Throw down your weapons. Let them go. Or else.
Seymour's VA here again. If you fall... Just love the way he does that. He's creepy as shit, but I don't know, I just think it's well delivered. Just works for what a messed up character he is. And yeah, here, the whole like the way Tyler's, the way Tyler shakes his head, like, no, you can't fly.
Don't worry, go.
And then he begins to believe.
This is foolish. If you fall, you'll die.
And then Seymour's face here, what a creep.
Don't worry, I can fly.
Then this is the head shake. That no, you can't.
Believe.
And it's like, okay, fine, I'll believe. What a beautiful little FMV again here. Yeah, Valiful has a nice like couple of little cameos in this segment of the game. Like the wings around Tidus and then catching Yuna like this. That's why Valiful is one of my favorites. Seymour's reaction, like, so random. As a lawyer, I can confirm that's how it works.
What was that?
An all-bed flash bomb.
Let me go! I'm gonna kill that Seymour.
Yeah, this is officially a
said leave. We leave.
a lore inaccurate run.
With her later.
Break through.
Because Riku does not have use.
Where'd Yuni go?
Bevelle Palace is temple. Yuna goes to one place only.
The Chamber of the Faith.
The Chamber of the Faith. Let's go there. And do the worst Cloister of Trials.